Alright, Shalom, giving all praises, honors, and glories unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Akakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth that rule well. Shalom to the elect, scattered through the four corners of the earth. My name is Kwadash Paya. And before I even say anything else, I'm going to play this short clip.
It's a controversial congestion pricing plan. We've been covering this for a while now. The MTA board approved it earlier today. Yeah, that tolling plan affects drivers who enter Manhattan at or below 60th Street. Prices are going to range from $15 all the way up to $36 for drivers. News Force Andrew Siff live in Lower Manhattan with what happens next in the process. Andrew.
Right. What happens next is the public's going to get a chance to sound off. There'll be 60 days of public comment, then 4 public hearings in late February and early March, and then this tolling is set to begin in late spring. The MTA acknowledged today a new challenge, making sure drivers pay that toll.
Alright,
Those voting.
It like you heard it, you heard it here first. MTA board approves NYC they're calling it congestion pricing plan. Congestion, right? So many people in a particular area, the cities. That's where everybody want to go, right? Especially New York. The tourist attraction. Not like that no more though. Now there's pricings to get into Manhattan, one of the main boroughs people go to work. Now you gotta, so it's not only just going over bridges to pay the George Washington bridge from Jersey, from this. Now you gotta pay double, right? So if you're in a regular passenger vehicle, your car, $15 just to get into that borough. So you gotta pay that just to get into that borough just to go to work. Trucks will be charged anywhere from $24 to $36, depending on the size, and motorcycles would be charged $7.50. And then you got taxis that's gonna be charged, I think $1.50. If I'm
pricing plan,
I think it's $1.50 per ride. So you're gonna have a lot of, and it's including Uber, Lyft, right? So a lot of drivers, or people who's not gonna do Ubers or Lyft or taxis like that anymore. Watch, you're gonna see, because now they're paying off more than they're making per customer. A lot of people are not gonna want to travel to these cities anymore. But see, that's the whole idea, and it reminds me of the scripture where it speaks about they shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able, right? Because soon it's gonna be digital, and now with all this, taxes and whatnot, it's putting more stress upon people, They're not even gonna want to go to work no more, right? With all these charges and surcharge, right? It says Uber, Lyft, and other rideshare drivers, but their surcharge will be $2.50. So theirs is $2.50 per hour with the Ubers and the Lyft. And people are already complaining to me when I take the Ubers that they're overcharging the customers and underpaying the drivers. So that's gonna destroy these app-based jobs as far as that, which they're already trying to destroy the app, like PayPal for banking. See where this is heading to, right? So it's all to, and then not only that, it's creating more borders within not only the states, but within the cities, because it's also part of their agenda for smart cities, so-called smart cities. 15-minute cities, right? And not only that, on top of it, on top of all this, you have all these different car dealerships that are basically complaining about the laws of having only electrical vehicles. So that's destroying their companies as well. You see? So, hey, when the wicked are in authority, the people mourn. You know? With all these unjust fucking laws and things like that they're passing. You know? Isaiah the 10th chapter. You know, so they're making it more difficult. And people soon are not even going to want to drive. But it's all psychological. You know? So everything is going up. People are not going to want to even go into, you know, so imagine people that's coming from Connecticut to New York or New Jersey to New York. Because you got to, if you're coming from Jersey, you got to pay the George Washington Bridge, which is like $18. And then to get into a city, into Manhattan, which would be another 15 or depending on what you're driving. So you got to pay that every single day. It's almost like it beats the purpose of your paycheck. Like you're paying your paycheck every day to go to work and do all this, and then to pay gas, which is gonna go up. It's like, what are you getting paid for? You see? So now it's gonna be hard for people to pay rent. You see where all this is going? So I just want to get a scripture real quick. And the scriptures speak about the doors being shut in a sense of like, there's not going to be no work real soon, man. You know? Because of, you know, shit like that. And that's just a small example. But this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter, I believe it's 15 and 5. Hopefully I'm right. Nope. It's actually 5, verse 15. Sirach chapter 5, verse 15. Hold on, let me highlight it so you can. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small. Right? So, can't be ignorant of these things. You know? With housing prices and the markets rising, everything is the squeeze is happening. You know, pressure from above, pressure from below. You know, so just, you know, this is why we gotta stay on top of watching things like that. You know, so you won't get caught up. You know what I mean? Wisdom, like the scriptures say, wisdom and knowledge, just talking about the scriptures, shall be what? The stability of thy times. So when people see this, they panic. Oh no, what am I gonna do? Da, da, da. You know? But if you're aware of it, and it's gonna affect people physically one way or another, but just be spiritually aware of what's going on and understanding, you preparing your mind, right? Because one thing is going to lead to another, like a domino effect, or like a ripple effect, or like a snowball effect. Whatever. However you want to call it. You know, things are going to simultaneously happen, back to back to back to back. And this is all part of the beginning of sorrows. See? Especially with things going digital and, you know, it's all preparation for this up and coming new, this NWO. Alright, so, and these people are complaining, man. People are complaining about what's going on. You know? People are they're not with it. They were asking people, you know, regular civilians. You know? And they're like, you know, you got people that live in New York, and they gotta pay.
This has been a hot button issue. Today there was some more push.
I want to get to where they was asking. All right, check this out. You see how the people are mourning and stressed, and things are only gonna get worse. Check it.
reject that. I don't think anybody from Jersey should get a credit, and people from the outer boroughs, the blue-collar people in New York, the working people that make the city go, should not get credits.
Other concerns? Enforcement. The MTA has already struggled to collect at cashless toll plazas, with up to 5% failing to pay. Here's what the MTA...
You heard what he said, cashless tolls, right? So it's going to be digital to go from one state to another, even to main attraction sites like Manhattan, certain boroughs and cities within the states. You know, so you won't be able to travel. You won't be able to have the liberty to go places. And they doing that even with the airplanes. Digital passports. But we know where all this is leading down to. Revelation 13 and 16. All right, check it.
MTA chairman had to say about those who try to get out of the congestion toll.
We're going to go after it hard and make sure that people are not getting away with that, because the credibility of the whole effort is at stake.
As for the people who will be paying the toll, like heating repairman Servando Velasquez,
so they send me all the way uptown, so what am I going to do? They're going to have to eat that cost. I mean, and who's going to pay for it? The customers.
See, and that's Jake. You know, you coming down with driving in he's driving a van, and I'm sure that's his work van, you know, and now money got to come out his pocket because he's working. Hey, man, we'll see where this goes. But with that, you know, watch and pray till next time. Shalom.